the dreaded F chord. Whether you're an experienced player, intermediate, or a beginner, the F chord has its problems. So we're going to talk about which one of these three first position F chords works for certain situations, which one might be better in some cases, and hopefully it helps you get over this F chord hump that is just plagues so many guitar players. Let's get going. All right, so I remember my first year of guitar playing. Anytime I saw a song that had the F chord, I just knew I couldn't play it, so I wouldn't play that song. And I hope that's not where you are. I hope you have the willpower to persevere and figure out that F chord. I probably, I don't know, a year and a half before I really got that F chord down. And it was frustrating for me. After I learned to understand where the F chord comes from and different ways of fingering it in that position, it made a lot more sense to me. So I'm going to explain a few things about the F chord and show you a couple of different ways to play it. None of these fingerings is wrong. None of them is better than the other. Some of them, depending on where you're coming from or what you're doing in a song, one of these may be a better fit than the others. So let's get talking about what makes this F chord. So the F chord is based off of the E shape, right? This open E chord, right? We have that. If you go up one fret, you get that Spanish sounding chord. This is an F triad, C, F, and A. Now when we add our first fret to that, right, we take our E chord and we go up one fret and bar this. This gives us this F chord, this F barred chord. Okay, and you can see the E shape is right here. We're just going up one fret. And I'm playing that with my first finger going across the first fret, getting the first and second string and the sixth string. And then my second finger is getting the third string note on the second fret. And then my fourth and third fingers are getting that C and the F. For many people, this chord is very difficult to play. And to be honest, I don't necessarily like playing this chord unless I really have to for a song. You know, there's plenty of times where you want to, you want that low F and that full barred chord sound. It does. My hand will get tired if I'm playing that for a really long time. Unlike if I'm playing up here on the fifth fret, I could play this all day and my hand doesn't get tired. But this angle creates a little more tension on my wrist. You know, I'd have to sit more upright like this to play it. That's my first suggestion with the barred chord, is your guitar should be facing upward, you know, and I sometimes even will hold it more in a classical way to get it more like that. All right, but let's talk about this F chord. This is the F chord that most people play first. It is on the top four strings. It's more of a ukulele kind of shape, I call it. It's the top four strings here of the barred chord. And people usually play it with the third finger on the fourth string, second finger on the third string, and the first finger grabs these two together. Right? That's the first F chord that I learned out of a songbook. And it said F chord, and that was it. And I was like, oh, I could not get that for the life of me, for all of those strings to ring out. And then to miss hitting some of these other strings when I was strumming was very difficult. This also puts a strain back here, you know, as I'm trying to get this to work. So this is not my first choice of an F chord. Sometimes it's the perfect choice if you're going, you know, with some ska or reggae. Sometimes I do use this, but my favorite F chord to play, my most functional one, is in between this one and the full barred chord. I like this F chord. Now this F chord, you're taking the inside 4 strings. So you're getting, instead of playing the full barred, you're taking this and just getting the 2nd string 1st fret, and then the top string I'm muting with the skin here, and the bottom string I can touch with my thumb, and then I can strum all this. It has all my notes I need, F, A, and C. I get a real nice sounding F chord, and then if I want to add this bass note, I can use my thumb and grab that bass note like that. But if I don't need that bass note, it's just mute. And I'm aiming more for the middle 4 strings. But the great thing about this F chord, F is one of the main chords in the key of C. So there's so many songs in C that I couldn't play because I saw that F chord was in there. But if you have this C chord, right, the regular open C chord, right, when you go to that F chord, look at this. Look how easy this is. This finger moves up to there, and your pinky goes down. You get the F. These 2 fingers, your 1st finger and 3rd finger, are going to remain in the same C shape. Your middle finger is going to go up to the 2nd string, 3rd string, 2nd fret, and your pinky is going to drop down onto the 4th string, 3rd fret, and you get the F. So when you're switching between C and F, see how that's just... That's when this one, I think, is the best choice. When you're going from C to F to C to F, you don't want to have to go. Right? I just, it's a lot of work when all you have to do is... Especially if you've got a bass player that you're playing with and they're hitting that low F. And again, that top string is muted, and that bottom string is muted. I'm just getting the middle 4 strings to ring. And then when I go to C chord, I let that top string ring again, but my bottom string is still muted. All right, I hope this inspires you to play around with which F chord you're going to use. Again, none of these are better than the other, just when you're using it, and why you're using it, kind of determines which one you're going to use. So I hope this one, especially the one in the middle, helps the people who are struggling getting that F chord where you have to bar things. That's sometimes really difficult. So this one has no bar, right? And it's easy to go from C to F. All right, see you next week. Bye.